We were followed. We met 3 guys. They were called. They called themselves Ericoa. They said they were looking for cultists, and we've got a long day of stuff to share with you about that. And they followed us.
Ericoa, you say?
Yeah.
Well, if they are indeed Ericoa,
but not the kind with the wings.
Yeah.
No, on the other hand,
Ericoa. Right, I'm saying it wrong myself. Ericoa. If they are indeed the Ericoa, there's not much to be afraid of unless they've gone rogue somehow.
Okay, you know about this group?
Well, yes. I've bumped into them several times of late. I am not sure why they find this particular area so interesting, except for maybe some of the weird things that's been happening. The other day there was a thunderstorm that came out of nowhere, and I haven't been able to figure out what that was about. So I figure something to do with elemental stuff, and that's what they do. That's what whatever. So I'm just.
What do you mean that's what they do?
They deal with anybody who upsets the elemental magics.
So they're not doing the elemental magics. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I've never actually seen them fight. So I don't exactly know how they do. I just know they're very effective at it, from what I gather. And some of them are a bit more, actually. Well, that's fine. Some of them are a bit more evangelical than others. There's different groups. Some of them happen to be a little bit more testy if you do any amount of elemental magic at all, which some even prominent leaders of different cities just normally do, but sometimes they get to the point where they just want to bring you out and kill you if you do any amount of that. So they're iffy, they're weird, but I don't think they're going to be a danger to us because we don't do that.
Okay. All right. Well, we can start telling him what sort of day, or we'll get back to the house and just tell everybody at once.
Okay.
We've had one heck of a day, guys.
Right. How do you want to kick things off? And who are you talking to specifically? Because everybody's going to be interested. And in fact, the kids, unfortunately, by the time you get back, have been hurried off to bed. It's like, okay, everything's fine. Go to bed.
Yeah, no, I was going to say you should probably send the kids to bed before we start talking about the stuff we've been doing.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
This is not kid talk.
Right.
Okay.
So is Iolan at home or on the road? The merchant fella.
Iolan is currently not here.
Okay. So Govanen is home. So we have Gethin, who kind of runs the place. Govanen is the ranger. Aaron is here. He lives in one of the other little houses off there. And Urian he'll be here. He's always here. Unless he's at the bar.
No, Urian is here. Urian is here, and he's the only one who's asleep.
Sounds right.
He's asleep. Everybody else is awake, and in fact, everybody making all the fuss and the racket and the kids yelling, screaming.
Yeah, that's
doesn't
fine.
seem to have bothered him at all. He's apparently he's still asleep. He sleeps really good, that one.
Okay, so we'll sit down at the table, I guess, and start explaining this really interesting day. Now, Tao, I have a question for you. Do my family know about you? I do. Do they know you as Tao or the widow?
I mean, obviously they definitely know me as
Yes, that one for sure. Old friends.
You know what? I think they probably do know me, but as the widow, because especially if there's been a little bit of work with your ranger brother, your bard brother, things like that.
Yeah, okay.
Let's say yes, because I think it might open up some more fun.
Alrighty.
Right. Okay.
All right, so we can actually explain.
Maybe only some of them.
Only some of them. Okay.
Right, the kids and maybe the one who's a farmer or whatever.
Go around telling everyone. But
or maybe we'll tell them now. We sit around the table. The kids are in the bed. We sit around the table. There's some serious crap going down in Red Larch. There's some things you guys need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, about half of them, all the ones who have like specialties that would have been useful to you in the past, they all know about it, and then the other ones don't.
Yeah. Now we can have more people looking out for weird stuff going on. We've got all these extra sets of eyes all over.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the conversation goes, there's some dark faces around the table. Very concerned. Looks.
Attack the darkness.
And Govanen has come home. He has come home. So there's what news does he have?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just not
Bannon,
Bartified.
he's home right now. As is honestly scheduled. He's home because he tries to keep in contact every so often. He has a sort of a schedule that he comes back by. And interestingly enough, out of all the faces that get darkened, his seems like he kind of knew. Like he kind of he's seen enough to sort of be like, well, I'm not surprised. You kind of get that feeling from me. He's like, I'm not surprised that this is the sort of thing that's been going on. However, he does seem to have a bit of a concern for you, because all the things that you're telling him is like, what? Like, and you did this and you did that, and you know, it's kind of an interesting thing for him. And he talks to you specifically about the ice shield orcs, the son.
Ice shield orcs?
The ice shield orcs happen to be normally this time of year. They're further south, but it seems like they've gotten a bit more brave, if you will, of late, and they have been coming further and further north. He has slain a few himself, like scouts, in and around the woods.
Is this a different orc clan than the Bloodhammer orcs? Or is this what we're calling the Bloodhammer orcs? Did that get rewritten?
No, this is a different,
Okay.
a different band of orcs. Now, they have a lot in common, the two of them, except for where they come
Well,
from.
they are orcs. I mean,
Yeah.
they're barely even count as animals in
your book, yeah. Right, you really don't like orcs. But yeah, in terms of the bands, the different tribes, they don't actually get along, though. You know that. They have a lot of infighting if they meet, which they usually don't.
Huh.
But anyway, if the Ice Shield orcs keep coming north, then they might meet, which might be interesting. That would be bad for all involved.
So what have they been doing? What does he know? I mean, have they been raiding along the road? Are they still in the forest? Have they been coming out into settlements?
They've been keeping away from the roads, and they've been attacking more along the different ranges where farmers tend to make their housing and everything. They've been taking over. They're not sweeping through and leaving as is their normal thing. They have been taking over settlements, entire little villages out, like little farming settlements in and around, and they're staying. And of course, the scouts I found, they were coming up this way. I found them way too far from comfort, and I was able to dispatch them. I didn't see anybody else.
How close are they to here? Home? How close are they to home?
I found them, the ones that I killed, the scouts that I was able to dispatch. They were roughly 50 miles from here.
So wait, I'm not expert on orcs. Orcs taking over, does that mean they leave farmers alive and have them work, or orcs start to farm now, or what?
I don't actually know. I've never made it into the settlements. I'm not sure. I didn't dare go too close, not by myself.
Take over a bunch of farms sound pretty stupid if no one going to farm, but orcs don't sound much like farmers either.
No. So I'm not sure what's going on, other than maybe a change of leadership or something's different, and yeah. They've changed their entire behavioral pattern, and they're skirmishing a lot further and keeping what they take. So there's that as a thing.
True. Okay, this cuts close to home.
Mm-hmm.
This cuts really close to home. Oh my god.
Speaking of close to home, how close are they? Like you said,
The scouts he found were 50 miles.
50 miles.
That's closer than the barge. That's closer than the barge right in, because you're talking about them coming up from the south, right?
Yeah.
The
So
barge
that
right
is
in
going to be. I'll give you a direct measurement if you like. It's a good question.
Okay, the barge ride is what 200 miles or something? I can't remember. Maybe not that far. To the southeast?
Yeah.
Okay, so Govanen is talking about the south. Is it southwest?
Actually, you know what?
Southeast?
I have this handy dandy map.
We do. We have maps. They're
There we
awesome.
go. Let's look at this map, everybody. So the barge right in. So Red Larch is here.
Well, I don't see any of that.
Yeah, it's
but
going to be
I
on
have them
stream.
too. Okay. I have maps. Right there. Actually, I have it open already. Way ahead of you. Except that's not showing it. Wrong map. Okay, the barge right in is there. It's...
It figures. It
So-
figures that I find the map.
10, 20, 30, 40,
book.
50, 60, 70. Barge right in is about 80 miles southeast of Red Larch.
Yeah, and meanwhile, these guys are 50 miles south. So no, they're actually pretty close together, to be quite honest.
So they are they on the barge right inside, or are they mucking around in Westwood?
I'm getting it right now.
More side quests.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of those things.
Gotta
In fact,
save the family.
you know, basically, you guys came to the farmstead, the homestead there, and as you was approaching, you noticed a whole bunch of golden question marks. No, golden exclamation marks.
Exclamation marks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the quests are sending us down to the south region. That must be the next area. Just kept like a griffin there.
Oh, we must have just leveled. So the game's trying to send us somewhere new.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
We've played enough WoW to know how this goes.
Right.
So the farm is like a quest hub then, so we can always come home and find something else to do. Awesome.
Yeah, that sounds like
I
a great
like
way of
it.
putting it.
Yeah.
So the sorry, I should have had this pre-planned. I didn't expect that the directions. I should have had that mentally in my head, but I did not. That is my own fault. Okay, so here we go. Oh, did I have that wrong? You know what? I did. Sorry. 50 miles. Yeah, it had the 50 miles right. Okay, so no. Barge right in is the one that is southeast. Where these orcs are, so no, these orcs are a lot further north than I thought. I was looking at the wrong name. They both have A's in their name. So anyway, where they are is not south. They're actually more east. That's how far north they have come.
Wow.
They're not south. They're 50 miles. He found the scouts 50 miles to the east.
So they would be in the area of, okay, we get 10, 20,
Billiard.
30, 40.
Basically,
I gotta
outside
bring
of-
up the stream because we don't have the map on our little.
Sacred Stone Monastery in that area?
No. Wait. You shouldn't even know that's there. You're looking at the wrong map. Stop looking at that map. All right. So look at the map I have on here.
The Vale of Dancing Water, Summit Hall.
So you're looking
like in
at
that
Belliard.
direction?
Belliard,
My
the town
map's
of
better
Belliard
than
is where you're currently looking. So outside,
Okay.
like east to the town of Belliard.
So around Belliard is where the scalps with the orcs and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't see this. All right, I
So
gotta make this
basically, what he's been
big.
protecting is not the forest around the homestead. He's been protecting the forest around High Forest. So that's where he met them. But they're still coming
Okay.
up from the south, and they've come up a long way.
Okay, so they've come up from the south, like on the east side of the Desserin Valley, and you said they're up around Belfort, so they've moved into the north of us?
Yeah.
Or Bellard? Bellard, is it the right
Belliard,
name?
yeah.
Bellard. Bellard, okay.
Belliard, whatever, however you want to say it. But yeah, that one.
Wow.
So no, it's not. To answer the question, it is not close to the barge right in. In fact, to
Not
get
at
there,
all.
you'd have to go more northeast instead of southeast.
No.
So there's that.
Okay.
But they're orcs.
Yeah, they are.
And some of
orcs.
them are staying. So
And they
they're
are
taking
staying.
over farms, and some of them are staying in farms, and the other part of the pack is moving on.
Yeah. So basically, they sort of move in, take, keep, for whatever reason, which is totally bewildering, and then they gather strength, move, take, keep. So they're just like they're encamping in a lot of places, and there's a lot of them apparently. There becomes more and more, like they're
So-
coming
Yeah.
and
Well,
banding
with,
together.
with all this knowledge, given Lisanne's and her family's history and stuff like that, I have a suspicion that we're going after orcs next time.
I don't have a favored enemy trait as part of my class, but orcs gotta die, yo.
Orcs gotta
hate
die.
both
Too, right?
Tal
Yeah.
and
Orcs
Lisanne
gotta die.
do not like orcs, like at all. In fact, I think we had this discussion before, just to let people know.
If it weren't for orcs, they wouldn't call you the widow. They'd just call you like the wife.
Yeah, we have. There you go. There you go.
Very good. But yeah, next time then, because we have to end the stream now.
We're
I'd
going to
imagine
have
it's
to
20
because we
minutes.
get into something else.
Yeah, that's why I was leading to an end there.
Yep. So there we go. We have new quests for you guys to get into.
Orc
we
hunting.
have one, for instance, to reiterate, barge right in, obvious, Zentarum, possibly a lot of money to be had. Also intrigue, right? That could be fun. And then of course orcs. Orcs to the
north.
east, to the sort of northeast of where you are currently right now, to protect more of the settlements in and around that area, as well as High Forest. And actually, Govanen, your brother, he has to head back out that way anyway, so he's probably going to travel with you.
So two things. One, there will not be a D&D stream next week because I will be out of the country.
That's right.
And two, is there any chance we got enough XP to level to level 3? Or is
a
that
little,
next
it seems a
milestone?
little early.
Yeah, I think we just got to 2, didn't we?
I'll let you know. I will
I've
do
cast
the
my spell
math.
slot once.
I will do the math, and yeah, if you guys get to level 3, then I'll let you know, and then it could possibly be a level 3 party next time.
I'm laughing at Rose's comment. The farm is a garrison. We get to send the family out on missions to level them up, and then after a while, we can construct new farm buildings to give you perks and bonuses.
Like this. All right, so yeah, everybody who is currently watching the stream faithfully, next Sunday there will not be a D&D live stream, nor the week after that, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
That's right.
I think 2 weeks.
Probably 2 in a year.
Okay, so we're going to have a 2-week hiatus. But after that, we're definitely going to come back. And in 2 weeks, that's going to give me enough time to really, really, really figure out a lot of things. To kind of meet with you guys in different places and really up the ante in terms of story is concerned. So, yeah, I hope everybody can come back at that time. Now, I still will have my Sunday morning live streams. It just will not be D&D. So if you like this sort of thing, I will try to figure out what to do on Sunday to kind of keep you entertained in some way, but we'll figure it out. 2 weeks,
We'll do something cool.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. But yeah, that's all the time that we have right now. We're gonna have an ARC server opening in just a few minutes there. We're gonna let Akishfaluk kind of get to that so she can fix that up and everything will be fine here momentarily.
You guys all need to file into the ARC server in 2s.
Right. Yes, exactly. File into
2
the
by
ARC.
2.
2 by 2, absolutely.
Well, unless you're clean animals, in which case there's 7 pairs.
Yeah, but if you're not down with that though, then you can just like raid her stream and try and get it renamed the Orc server.
Indeed.
The Orc server.
ORC instead of ARK.
Ready to orc.
Ready
Yeah,
to
so
orc.
in about a half an hour, somewhere in there, my regular stream. If we're early, we can start early. But yeah, over on my channel, I'm opening an ARC server. There's going to be 25 people joining today. And we got a few surprises for those people that they didn't know was coming. So that'll be fun. It should be a good day.
Should be a nice
we'll get
day.
started. Yeah.
Okay, so before we go, I will go ahead and read off the donations for the day. These people who are trying to make sure that I make enough on Sunday to manage my wages. You guys have been doing exceptionally well recently, or actually every single week so far. And thank you very much for that. Your continued generosity blows me away. $5 from 10-102 hours. Love the stream was the comment. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. $13.37 from Zeno X969. First time catching the live stream. Keep up the good work. We'll definitely keep that going as much as possible. Actually, I got 2 weeks to spare there, so it's really going to get good. I have no excuse for that. So $6.39 coming in from Tony 2013. Hope you get sponsored soon. Thank you very much. I hope so as well. $31.96 from Lord of Time. User use Unrelenting Force. It was super effective. Yes, blows out ill drums all the damn time. $40 coming in from Murlords 101. There's no message, but thank you very much. $7.19 from Nepful. No message as well, but thank you very much for that. We got Chemical Crash. What a wonderful reason to get up early on a Sunday morning. I'm glad you like it.
Nice.
I think everybody's having fun. This is great. This makes me feel good. So $6.39 coming in from Briar the Bear Shaman. There's no message, but thank you again for your generosity. Venelitor, $15. Hamburger time for the heroes. Yeah? Can we do that? I mean, I don't It's morning. We can have eggs or hamburgers. I like the idea of hamburgers. 225 coming in from John Cena. You can't see me. My time is now. I love it. $25 coming in from Used Dijkstra for Lord, Overlord, the Lord, and the Skulking Skulkers. Absolutely. You guys are really good at that whole sneaky thing. Oh, I say you guys. Everybody except Eric. Right? $10 coming in from Lowercase Row is for bacon. Make waistline big, much delicious. Thank you very much, guys. And we're gonna take off. And I hope you guys have fun at the Kiss for Luck live stream in the Ark. I have to. Well, I can actually. I'm gonna have a shower. Yeah, that's
you
what
can
I'm gonna
have a quick shower. You
I'm
can
gonna have a
join
shower.
us for a while
and then go
and
to
log
work.
in with us. Okay, so get your shower, get into Discord, and I'll see you in Ark.
Absolutely.
Good times.
I'm gonna go ahead and host you from here, and everybody, I'll see you later. Thanks again.
Bye bye,
care.
guys.
Next time.
Next week.
Well, not next week. Next time.
Or yeah, well, I'll be around in half an hour, and yeah, all the other stuff. So bye bye.
See you later, everybody.